Welcome everybody to Rank Talks Bowl for yet another World Cup watch along. We had a few days or a day to rest, but we're finally back here with the start of the quarter finals here with a massive clash, a rematch of the 2022 semifinals between France and Morocco, in which should be a very exciting game between one of the tournament favorites, like it's the case in France, and one of the emerging nations in football in the last few years, like Morocco, who have been growing into the tournament, who have been growing as a footballing powerhouse over the last couple of years after making a historic semifinal, like we mentioned, in Qatar 2022, and in my opinion now with an even better team going up against France to have that rematch and try to make a second consecutive semifinal. France looking to make a third consecutive semifinal. Obviously, in the last two World Cups, France got all the way to the final, um, and they don't want that streak to end anytime soon. So shout out to the people in the chat. Albert, thank you for joining. Same as you, Patrick. Yes, Independence Day, 9th of July today in Argentina. So thank you so much for that. 4-1 for Morocco. Mbappé will have to eliminate his friend, his old general. Damn. I mean, I don't think anybody is expecting. I mean, there are people who are obviously expecting Morocco to win, but definitely not by that margin. But yes, you have a rivalry there between Hakimi and Mbappe as two friends spending a lot of time together at PSG. So yeah, exactly. Who could have thought from losing 3-0 to Peru to being semi-finalist in 2022 and potentially 2026? Yep, exactly. Morocco have grown a lot as a footballing nation, and I think they will only continue to grow alongside the rest of the football in Africa. Shout out to Brandon. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for the Independence Day wishes. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around for this game, which is gonna be amazing. I think we're in for a big one. The players are about to walk out from the tunnel. Facundo Techo today, the referee, Argentinian referees all around, which somehow managed to cause controversy that an Argentinian ref is, well, obviously officiating France game, but no, apparently the French referees at Argentina against Egypt benefited Argentina, so make that make sense. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on how he does, because I'm sure that the rest of the internet is going to be keeping an eye on how he does. Hakimi will have to stop the dictator. We'll see. We'll see. I think that Morocco definitely has a chance, even though France are the favorites, and I think that France should win. Morocco definitely has a chance in this one, and I like this Morocco team. I said it like way too many times, but I like this Morocco team more than the 2022 one. The 2022 one was a very greedy and organized team, but you know they kind of parked the bus against Spain. Spain, who had like no attacking talent whatsoever, did 1,000 passes, couldn't break through, and then beat them on penalties. Against Portugal, they scored that one header with Nesiri and then parked the bus as well. And so I feel like this is a Morocco side that actually plays football a lot better, that is more dynamic, that has a lot of strength in the midfield. There are not a lot of players that were in that 2022 semifinal. Like I believe that Hakimi, Masraoui, Bono, obviously, Ounahi, and I don't know if somebody else from that 2022 Morocco team is playing in this starting 11 at least. Aren't a few Portuguese going to officiate Argentina's match? I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but like probably you're not gonna see that in the internet, right? That's not gonna pop up in anybody's feed. All right, let's check out the starting 11s right here. In the side of France, the same lineup. Well, not the same lineup. A very similar lineup than the one that fared up in the round of 16 against Paraguay, with Mike Magnan in goal. The back four with Lucas Digne, William Saliba, Upamecano, and Jules Koundé, the double pivot of Kone and Rabiot. And then up front, obviously Olise in that number 10 role. This time Due starting on the left instead of Barcola. Due, who obviously came off the bench against Paraguay and won the penalty, is the only change in this lineup. Dembele on the right, although I expect Dembele and Due to change constantly from positions from one wing to the other. And the captain, Kylian Mbappé, at the striker position. 7 goals for him at this World Cup, same as Erling Haaland, and one behind Lionel Messi, who reached 8 against Egypt. On the side of Morocco, obviously Yacine Bono in goal. He's going to have to be massive in this game if Morocco want to have any chance. The back four with Hakimi, Issa Diop, Masraoui, and Salah Eddin. The double pivot of El Ainaoui and Bouadi. Ounahi starting in the kind of a bit more forward, and those two midfielders. And then the front three with Talbi, Bilal El Kanous, and Brahim Diaz actually playing as a bit of a false nine. Obviously, there was a lot of question marks around Saibari after his injury against Canada. And it seems like, yeah, his hamstring injury, which it says here July 3rd. Well, it's now July or July 3rd is when he got the injury, and we don't really know when he's gonna return. Apparently, Morocco kept the condition of Saibari absolutely secret from the media, but it's clear that, well, he's in the bench, but it's clear that he's not fit to play this game. So yeah, we will have to see what happens with that. But obviously, then people assume that Sofiane Rahimi will be the one stepping into that number 9 position, because obviously Rahimi was the one who came off the bench for Saibari in the game against Canada, and also scored the 3rd goal against Canada. But no, Ouabi deciding to go with Brahim Diaz as the false 9 here in this occasion. Rahim is probably an off the bench option, but yeah, Saibari most likely out for this game. And even if Morocco advances, I would guess that Saibari is out for the semifinals as well. So yeah, I mean, just based on how that injury looked for Saibari, the way that he reacted, it looked like something on his hamstring, and it doesn't seem like something that goes away in a couple of days. So I don't know. I feel like there Morocco lost a massive piece in the attack. But if Brahim Diaz can show up, this could be good for Morocco. I feel like El Kanous is going to have a big game as well on the wing, because I feel like the fullbacks for France have not really been tested. Saliba and Upamecano have been good, and Magnan has had to make a couple of interventions. But I feel like Koundé and Digne are not the strongest of fullbacks, and I feel like they could get exposed by some good wingers. So yeah, Morocco is going to have some good play around the wing. Hakimi especially on that right hand side. But obviously, Hakimi pushing forward could also leave Morocco exposed against these stacked French attacks. So they have to be careful about that. If Morocco play their cards right, I think an upset is absolutely in the cards here, but Morocco has to play a perfect game with zero mistakes for it to be possible. So we'll have to see if they can make that happen and how will France respond after that. But yeah, let's see how this one is going to play out. I'm also going to ask people in the chat what their opinion is. Hello, Mr. Krabs. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm also having to make the announcement on Twitter because I didn't post a tweet saying that we're live. So maybe somebody else will join from there. But for now, I'll just start the poll. People are complaining that they are rigging it for Argentina when we have a literal dictator. Okay, but the dictator thing is just a meme. The dictator is just a meme. Obviously, Mbappé is not a dictator for anything. All right, let me make this announcement. All right, let me choose the right thumbnail. The lineup graphic in FIFA is having Taldi as the false 9 instead of Brahim Diaz. Which I think would make more sense because Brahim is the kind of player that I would much rather have on the wing, especially in a game like this. I feel like Talbi as the striker makes more sense. And copy and paste this. Okay, there we go. Announcement made. Oh, I need to set this up properly. All right, and we're underway here for the first half between France and Morocco, the first game of the quarterfinals here at the 2026 World Cup. It didn't set in until yesterday that we had no World Cup games, that the World Cup is coming to an end. Like we have 8 matches left, which is kind of mad. Yesterday was because I had like a day without watching a World Cup game. Was when I realized the World Cup is coming to an end. Now we're gonna have like this one game a day, and then having to wait for the next phase until the final. And yeah, exactly, Brandon. You know, that is kind of the reason why I didn't want to have Hakim in the thumbnail. I kind of didn't want to deal with that, so I ended up going with Bono. Lucadinho in 2026. I mean, he's been fine. I don't know. But Theo Hernandez has also been kind of washed. Actual prediction 3-2 to France. Could be. I don't know if it's gonna be that high scoring, but could be. I mean, it makes sense that it's all Argentine. Like, if you're gonna have an Argentine referee, might as well take the whole crew that he's been working with this whole time. I actually prefer that the World Cup is every 4 years because it makes it special, even though it's the most, the best football tournament ever. Like, the fact that it's every 4 years adds to that. Bring back the Statue of Liberty and Louisiana back to France where they belong. I wouldn't be surprised. This is something that Michael said in his preview or in his match predictions for the quarterfinals. I wouldn't be surprised if Morocco actually holds more possession than France this game. Is the casual supporter interested in Euros or Copa America as much as the World Cup? No, no. I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure the Euros in Europe gathers a lot of attention as well. The Copa America does here too, but it's not even close to the level of attention and excitement that the World Cup brings. Hello, SSB. Thank you so much for joining. As soon as I said that, I think that Morocco could hold more possession. France has been trying to link up a few passes. We see that Brahim kind of drops back a little bit more when Morocco are off the ball, forming like a bit of a 4-4-2. There he goes to press a bit more, and it's more similar to a 4-3-3. But I think that, oh, shot from outside the box by Mbappé goes just wide. I think it took a deflection, so it's going to be a corner. So Mbappé already trying something. And they play the corner quickly with Dembele, and now back to Mbappé. There's a cross. That is a really good cross. What a save by Bono, though. What an incredible save by Bono. And already a clear chance for France. The header, I think it was Upamecano. And the save by Bono. Already coming up clutch, only 4 minutes in. Amit, thank you so much for joining. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, France looking sharp. It was Upamecano, yeah, with the header. He was all alone. He didn't get a lot of power into it nor direction. It went straight at Bono, but from point blank range, it was a difficult save to make. And here comes Mbappe again. He ran out of field, and that's going to be a goal kick for Morocco. Yeah, I mean, if Morocco plays like they did against Canada, they're going to lose because Canada were all over them, especially in that first half. But basically, the entire game, Canada were all over them. It's just that Canada doesn't have reliable strikers and they cannot finish chances. But France have the quality up top and are a lot more clinical than Canada. So if they get the amount of chances that Canada created, uh, France is going to have a field day with that Moroccan defense. Oh yeah, that was something that I didn't mention while going over the lineups. That Masraoui is a center back because now you have on the left back position Saladin. Where does Saladin play again? Roma. Fair enough. Good turn from El Ainaoui. He needs to find a teammate though. Yeah, Hal was awful at center back against Canada. So I guess that Ounahi decided, not Ounahi, Oabi decided to make that substitution to strengthen the defense against a French team that is gonna go at it from the start. Okay, now Morocco getting a bit more comfortable on the ball. There is a balloon on the pitch that was kind of getting in the way of Morocco's build-up play, unironically. Exactly, you lose that aspect, but maybe Saladin can make something similar. Good from Boari, and that's going to be a foul on Brahim Diaz. Ooh, ball to Hakimi. Is he going to get to it? Nope. But Hakimi already with an overlapping run with Brahim Diaz. I feel like that right hand side is probably Morocco's best chance to make something happen. The problem is, what is the end product going to look like without Saibari? Oh, really good from Kone, and here's Mbappe. Over to Due. Due cuts inside, goes for the shot. It bounces off Issa Diop and out for a throw in. That recovery from Kone was insane. Very good timing on the sliding tackle. All right. The ball goes back to Bono. And oh, that's a dangerous pass. It's always dangerous when you pass it to your central midfielders and basically he has his back towards the guy that's coming to mark him, because if he doesn't play that ball quickly, he could get pressed, dispossessed, and that is a guaranteed clear chance to the other team. It's kind of like a rule of thumb that you don't, as a goalkeeper, you don't give the ball to your central midfielder if he's facing you or if he doesn't have the space to turn. It's a place that's really easy to press and it's really easy to lose the ball in. I feel like Talvi kind of rushed with that. El Canus got to it, but he got dispossessed. I mean, with the way that Morocco had recovered the ball in the final third, it felt like Talvi could have done something better, but he put a bit too much power into that pass for El Canus, and yeah. No, he lost to an Igor Thiago goal. That's crazy. We're playing 7-0 at halftime this time around. I'll show you how it's done, Albert. I already have like my technique to win. It's not proven because it's not like I have won a lot of games of 7-0, but Brahim Diaz on the counter attack. Is that a foul from Kone? No, it's a clean recovery according to Tesho. And Uabi is not happy with that refereeing call. So clearly Tesho, as the corrupt official that he is already benefiting France. Mbappé against Issa Diop inside the box, tries to pass it backwards. Morocco manages to get a touch on it, but here comes France once again. Mbappe to Olise. Olise cuts inside, back for Mbappe. Oh, and here's Rabiot. Is he going to have a look at the goal? No. Back to Due. Rabiot in the middle. And now Lucadinha probably going to put in a cross. There's the cross, cleared away by Masraoui. Hello, Adam. Thank you so much for joining. The second time today that Saliba has been decisive. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I don't think this French defense got exposed this tournament so far. When Sweden was attacking, like, Elanga and the guy who came off the bench, I forgot his name, like, Ali something, they were cooking. And Senegal in the first half, when they looked like the better team, they were also creating good chances. But after that, like, Senegal in the second half collapsed. Iraq was never a threat. Norway's B team was never a threat. Sweden, even if they have a lot of attacking quality, they were never a threat. And Paraguay didn't even try to attack. So, like, I feel like this French backline has never really been tested. They've looked good the few times that they've had to defend, but I feel like if Morocco can create some quality chances, France could struggle. Although here comes the cross from Olise, and that's cleared away. Ball back to Kunde. Home to the runners-up losers, New England Revolution. Yep. Game in Boston. Bono getting pressed. He has to play out of there. Somehow, Morocco being able to play out from the back besides France really intense press. Taha Ali, that was the guys, yeah, for Sweden. When he came off the bench, he was cooking, and his team was already losing like 2 or 3-0. Ugur, Brahim Diaz. Yep, and Tesha is gonna go back to the foul from earlier. Yeah, that was a clear foul from Luca Digne on Onahi. Steps on him. Brahim Diaz had kept possession and then got dispossessed, but Tesho goes back to the foul. All right. I'm guessing that Hakimi is just gonna put this cross into the box and see what happens here. Not a lot of Moroccans pushing forward though. That cross from Hakimi is absolutely awful. What? Guys, you guys at home, like you better duck or you might get hit by Hakimi's cross. What was that? Dude, I swear I say this like every single stream. The pitch is 100 meters long and 70 meters wide. There's no way that you just miss the pitch as a professional footballer. And he missed by a lot. Like a lot. I don't understand how that cross could go that deep. No, Bono is old, yeah. I mean, I guess I would have to say Scaloni, Albert. I mean, with that logic, everybody used to be young. Everybody was young at some point. Hakimi with Morocco and Hakimi with PSG are totally different players. I don't know why it should be that way though. System merchant, perhaps. A lot of PSG players seem to be system merchants. Pacho was also really disappointing this World Cup with Ecuador. João Neves, Vitinha, especially Vitinha. I mean, luckily we didn't. I mean, unfortunately we didn't see Kvaratskhelia here. Dembele and Due have looked good. Barcola as well. But like they also have an amazing supporting cast at France, like they do in PSG. All right, Olise cutting inside. Nobody's really going at him. And here's Mbappe. Over now with Due. Due with the cross, headed in, and it goes wide. The header from Dembele. France still creating chances. Morocco looks solid in the defense though. Like every chance for France ends with a cross, but the problem is that Morocco isn't winning a lot of these aerial duels. Like Upamecano got the first clear chance with that header. Now Dembele wins in the air. His header goes wide though. Who the heck is that? I swear, like a lot of celebrities that they show in the stands, I have no idea who they are. I mean, what did you expect, SSV? They have to reorganize at the back first and then worry about attacking. Otherwise, France is just gonna run you over with that attack. They're saying something very interesting in the broadcast. Is the champ the coach that has better used Mbappe? Because if you think about it, even though Mbappe has been world class for years now, um, at PSG and so far at Real Madrid too, he hasn't really reached that potential. Even though he's had like amazing goal scoring seasons in both of them, it kind of feels like with the champs is where he truly gets to be that star player that we think of him like. Okay, it's almost been 20 minutes. I'm just gonna end the poll. Most people, unsurprisingly, going with France. All right, the ball hits Masraoui, and that's gonna be a corner for France. Let's see now. Olise plays it short. They've been playing this corner short so far, but here comes the cross. And once again, they win in the air, this time with Rabiot, but it's going over the crossbar once again. But France seems to be winning the aerial duels, and that cannot be comfortable for Morocco. Ooh, and France again pressing when they try to play from the back, and Morocco get dispossessed. Morocco are not able to progress the ball like at all. And Dembele now is on the left, like we were talking about. And Olise is playing on the right. So where is Due? Okay, no, Due is on the right. And here comes Rabiot. Back to Olise. Olise is gonna cut inside. And that ball for Due is not gonna reach its destination. That's gonna be a goal kick for Morocco, who need to do better playing out from the back, because so far it's been easy for France to press and dispossess them. Otherwise, like, I think that Morocco has the option of playing these goal kicks long, and I think that that is what they're gonna do now. Because if you play them long, well, you have to win the second ball in the midfield, win an aerial duel or something. But I feel like Morocco's midfield can compete with France, especially physically. Well, it's not gonna work if Bono just misses the pitch when his goal kick. Like, dear God, man, you cannot miss those. Again, how do you miss the pitch? So this game is played in Boston. Spain, Belgium is gonna be in LA at SoFi Stadium. Norway, England at Hard Rock in Miami, and Switzerland, Argentina in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium. And then semifinals, it's AT&T Stadium in Dallas and Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Third place match in Miami, and the final at MetLife. Crazy that not even in the quarterfinals you have another match at MetLife. Yeah, Spain, Belgium at noon local time makes no sense. Yeah, not sure about that one. Oh, is that a foul on Olise? No, says the ref. And here comes Morocco once again. Brahim. Hakimi was making the overlap and he gets the ball. And back to Unahi. Over to Hakimi again, and Hakimi wins a corner. Yeah, it's not a foul on Mbappe. It's not. It seemed like it was, but it was not a foul on Mbappe. Tesho got that absolutely right. The cross comes into the box, gets cleared away, and here's Mbappe again. I need to change the timing for Spain-Belgium because I didn't realize that it's actually at 4 p.m. my time. I thought it was at 5, like this game. So I need to change here these two this time. There we go. Oh, and I need to get my charger. I'll see if they go to the hydration break soon, so I can get my charger for my laptop. I think it was expected to leave Real Madrid after the World Cup, so this will be his last time against Mbappe. Could be. Has there been any rumor as to where Brahim could go? Boabi not being able to get anything. And yeah, now Due wins the ball cleanly. And here comes France in the counter attack. Mbappe going up against Masraoui. Oh, is that a pen? Penalty for France, says Tesho. Penalty for France. Mbappe wins it against Masraoui. And that did look like a pen. Masraoui very late on the challenge. Morocco are still appealing for that foul on Hakimi all the way up in the at the start of the play. So if that's a foul, this could get overturned by VAR. Let's see. Was this a foul on Hakimi? I don't think it is. That's not a foul on Hakimi. And then is this a pen on Mbappe? Yeah. Obviously, Mbappe then flops, but the contact is there. Like, Masraoui takes a risk by diving for the ball, doesn't get to it, and it's clearly a pen. So yeah, Tesho getting that right from the get-go without even needing VAR for everybody who said that Tesho was going to benefit Morocco for some reason. They're checking VAR because, but I don't know. I mean, it's good that they check it, but it's to me it's very clear. Like it's not a foul on Hakimi and it's a pen. This call should stand. Dave Street, thank you so much for joining. Well, it seems like we could be having a rough time for Morocco here as Mbappe has just won a pen. I mean, Masraoui got beat, but you also have to blame Hakimi for pushing forward that much and getting dispossessed. There was no support on that right hand side, and Masraoui and Mbappe ran into a lot of space, and Masraoui just couldn't defend it properly. He lost the one-on-one to Mbappe, and so he's gonna take this penalty now. Mbappe against Bono. Who's gonna come out on top? We know that Bono is an excellent penalty stopper, but Mbappe as well, one of the best penalty takers in the game. 27 minutes. We'll see. Why are they delaying this so much? Why are they delaying so much? Okay, now we have the order. The check wasn't over apparently. There it is. Right, Tesho having a conversation with Diop, but I don't know why they are delaying so much. All right, Tesho gives the order now. Mbappe against Bono, and it's saved by Bono. And it's saved by Bono. Not even giving a rebound. Oh my god. And Mbappe misses from the spot. Mbappe tries to square it wide. Bono dives the right way and just catches the ball, not even giving a rebound. That was easy. Bad penalty from Mbappe. And we're still level here. Oh my. Yeah, it would have been Mbappe equaling Messi on 8 goals in the race for the Golden Boot, but instead, we're still level. I don't know, SSB. That was a bad penalty. It had a good direction, but it was too soft, too predictable. Bono got it right. Didn't even have to give a rebound. I will say, I think that the whole delay with VAR was putting Mbappe off because he was constantly looking back and forth at the ref. He tried to, um, he picked up the ball and placed it back down multiple times. But that clearly doesn't excuse taking that much of a poor penalty as we go into the hydration break. Yeah, and instead he went. I mean, he did go right, but with not a lot of power. Yeah, Bono coming up clutch. It was a pen, Dave Strip, and there was no foul on Hakimi, so it was the correct decision. Mbappe paying a tribute to Messi. Man, Messi's gonna have to figure out his penalties because I don't know, like I know that we have a lot of good penalty takers, but I don't see anybody but Messi taking penalties. And if we get more penalties from now on, or if we go to a shootout, like Messi's gonna have to figure it out, man. I cannot suffer like this. Oh, am I that far behind Asmith? Well, as you guys know, like no, it's over here. No spoilers in the chat. If you guys see something happen in the game, just wait for me to react to it. I didn't know I was that far behind Asmith. Sometimes I am. Like, I don't understand why. Hmm. Yeah, you expected Mbappe to cross it, SSP, left side. And yeah, no, he went soft to the left, but Bono didn't flinch, read it correctly, and yeah, make that easy catch. Okay, Mr. Krabs. All right, play resumes here. Let's see. All right, Mbappe now. Ooh, cutting inside Dembele. Ooh, he shot just wide. Just wide that shot from Dembele. Cutting inside and with his left foot trying to curl it inwards. It wasn't as close as I thought. Need to curl that a little better. Ooh, and Mbappe now running into space. He got past his friend Hakimi. Now Hakimi recovers the ball away from him cleanly, shoulder to shoulder. Talbi, that's a bad pass for Brahim. How is the whole officiating crew being Argentine is suspect? The whole officiating crew in Argentina against Egypt was French. And so how they were benefiting Argentina, like it doesn't make sense. If anything, it was in the benefit of the French that Argentina went out. Like, why is he suspect? Like, Tejo so far has been giving all the calls, right? He didn't doubt to give it. Like, he didn't even have to go to VAR. He didn't doubt to give France a penalty there. And it was the correct call. It was a pen. You think Zidane gets the best out of these players more than, oh, that is a bad giveaway by Boadi? And Mbappe, oh, saved by Bono. Saved by Bono on Due, and that's going to be a corner. Once again, the press from France working wonders. Boadi getting dispossessed. Due on the run. That is not a good finish from Due. But the save from Bono keeps us level still. All right, Olise now with the corner. Olise with the cross. They get a header on it, but not a lot of power. Kunde, and it's an easy catch for Bono. Morocco really struggling against this press. Is that not a foul? No foul, says Tesho. Oh, but that pass by Olise is not good. And the ball gets back to Bono. Oh my god, those match stats look horrible. 10 attempts at goal, 3 on target for France, double zero for Morocco. And I mean, it's true. France has been creating chances. Morocco literally sits on 0xg. But like the game has not really been that one sided as those stats would make it look. It's just that Morocco are really struggling to progress through that French pressing. And France has been playing better, and they probably deserve to be a goal up by this point, especially with the pen. TV signal is down and the game isn't on BBC. Darn shame. These these stupid corporations with the TV rights and FIFA being so greedy, keeping the game away from people. It's crazy. Yeah, Morocco has done nothing so far, I agree. If you want to see an upset, like, we need to see more of Hakimi going forward. We need to see more of Brahim, more of Tali, more of El Canoes. But the ball just doesn't get to them. Olise trying to push his way inside the box, tight spaces, and Morocco recover the ball. Can they make something happen in the counter? Is that a foul? Yes, it is. All right. The press from France seems to have calmed down now. It's not as intense as it was before, but they're still marking both of these midfielders, both Boadi and El Ainaoui, under immense pressure, marked all the time and forcing Morocco to make some difficult decisions. You either play through that press or you have to play long. And that is a good passing sequence for Morocco, to be fair, and this could be something. France scrambling to track back as here comes El Canous, puts in a cross, kick it away. They win that duel, but nope. That's going to be a goal kick for France, but okay. Morocco, for once, managed to play through the press and approach the opposition box, but not managing to turn that into a chance. But Morocco need more of that, and they need to stop conceding so many easy chances as well. Like, it's a miracle that obviously it's because of the penalty, but it's a miracle that France isn't leading this game. Welcome to the chat again, Coke Zero. Are they really doing that? I swear, like, people told me that it was like a waste of time making that video. Like people's brains are just, yeah, I don't know. Logic has gone out the window. Let me see. Mbappe. Okay, people saying that it's not a penalty. It very clearly is a penalty. Well, I'm not seeing it, that Coke Zero at least for now, but I mean, it's kind of crazy. The chip inside the ball was remotely rigged to swerve towards Bono. True. Yeah, the starter gimmick seems to be falling out of flavor. Like, goalkeepers aren't flinching anymore. Just run at the ball and kick it, man. And even Jorginho was kind of washed at penalties at some point. Oh, yeah, the ball goes out of play. And Morocco, again, struggling to progress the ball. France look good. I think that France has looked a lot better and they've been unlucky to not score a goal yet. Morocco losing the midfield battle, which felt like the battle that they needed to win if they wanted to have a chance in this game. Either that or make something happen on the counter, but they just haven't gotten a chance to get anything going. Which team Shakira supporting? I have no idea. Oh, and look at that. Amazing play from France. Dembele now, tracking backwards. Oh, good through ball. Nope. Olise is not gonna get to it. Kunde, I mean, the hairstyle kind of deceived me. Very close to halftime, and I gotta say, France have looked a lot better. This game kind of hasn't been close. Morocco really struggling to do anything when they have the ball. They're getting dispossessed, they're getting pressed out of it. Oh, Antoine, your boy Greasy. You think the Ronaldo fanboys is migrating to Mbappe? They have been doing that for like I don't know how long, like 5 or 4 years. I saw a Ronaldo account when they asked him like put your World Cup on the table, and he reposted a picture of Mbappe with the World Cup. Like at this point, Mbappe's achievements might just be Ronaldo achievements. Anything against Messi is a win. El Principito in the stands. Ooh, good through ball for Mbappe, but Bono comes off his line to kick it away. Oh, Morocco just cannot keep the ball like whatsoever. France is winning absolutely every duel. They're running circles around them. Do you need that? I mean, like I said many times, as long as Argentina is in the final, like sign me up. Ooh, good pass from Mbappe, but the ball is gonna go to Digne on the left. Here comes Due. Kone with the shot gets blocked by the Moroccan defender, and it's gonna arrive at Dembele once again. Dembele squares it for Olise. Olise with the shot, blocked out again. Ooh, what a save from Bono! Lucas Digne once again trying the shot from distance. France tried that like 3 times in the same play. What an amazing shot from Digne. The ball curling outwards. I think that Bono got a touch to it. Then it hit the crossbar. But yeah, it definitely touches the fingertips of Bono. That should have been a corner. What an amazing shot from Digne. It starts curling outwards with the spin of the ball, and it ends up hitting the crossbar. Should have been a corner. All right, and the ball again for Due. Great control. Due, is that gonna be a foul? No foul. Apparently Due was grabbing Hakimi's shirt and that's why he fell. Let's see. They were both holding onto each other, so it's not a foul. They were both holding. Yep, you can see it clearly how he also pulls on Hakimi's shirt, so not a foul. It's just a goal kick. Tesho's refereeing so far has been immaculate. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, this is some of the best refereeing I've seen this World Cup. Besides, like what I said just earlier, like that should have been a corner for France. Like this has been incredible refereeing from Tesho. Oh, Dembele cutting inside, he flops, he dives. Not a foul, never. Tesho has been doing fantastically this game. Like I don't know if I read anything about this refereeing. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like people's brains are just not working properly during World Cup time. All right, there have been 5 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. So we have a minute and a half left, and Morocco, for the first time in like 10 minutes, have the ball in the final third. Over to Hakimi. They're not finding a lot of space, and the Moroccans are kind of not moving. That was a handball. That is a handball, and that's gonna be a free kick for Morocco. It very clearly hit Rabiot's arm. Very clear handball. That's gonna be a free kick. Like absolutely obvious handball. Free kick for Morocco now in the final kick of the second half. Messi's in the VAR room. Let's see. Can Morocco do something happen? They haven't even had a shot on, like an attempt in goal so far. But can they make something happen in the last kick of the first half? They're complaining the VAR check took too long. Like they still gave you the penalty. Like what? If they overturned that penalty, I would be with them because that looked like a penalty. Hakimi, what are you doing? Hakimi! Hakimi! What was that? Like first, the other free kick that Morocco had, he sent the cross over to Mars. Now he tries to go for goal from that free kick around the wall. Like the ball is never gonna curl that much, not even if you are Roberto Carlos. What the hell? That wasn't even close as the ref blows the whistle for halftime. What was that from Hakimi? That was awful. That was so stupid. Like Hakimi has wasted 2 clear opportunities for Morocco there. Crazy. All right. I'm gonna make myself some coffee. I'm gonna leave you guys with the match stats so you can check that out. And when I come back, we're gonna play some 7-0. Yo te prefiero fuera de foco, inalcanzable. All right, chat. I'm gonna show you how you actually play 7-0. Let me pull up the chat so it's here in the thingy as well. I don't like it how this looks. Hold on, how did you change this filter? Um, all right, there was a way. Okay, I don't know how to change the chat. It's fine. Actually, oh, it's here. Is it like this? Oh, no. And all right, whatever. We're gonna leave the chat like that. Messi plays a chip on the ball for Mbappe's pen. um, 7-0. All right. All right, all right. I'm gonna teach you guys how to play this game, by the way. So the way that you play this game, first your formation has to be a 3-5-2. You need as many. These defenders are like really good. It's good to have a lot of midfielders because a lot of players can play in midfield, and it's better because it's hard to get good fullbacks. You might as well have 3 center backs, and then you also get the opportunity to get two put strikers. The style is gonna be balanced, and we're gonna play from memory. Like if you're playing for the first time, I feel like playing classic is fine, and you get the scores for every player. But the true football nerds play this game from memory, and you don't get a chance to know. And you have to go off your ball knowledge to actually see which player you need. So let's roll the dice here for our first national team, Colombia 2014. Instantly, I have to go for James, and we're gonna put him in the left wing because that's the only play where he can play actually, apparently according to this. But James is already a great start. Ooh, Bulgaria 1994. I mean, I have to go for Stoichkov, right? It's like the only option. Stoichkov striker. Soviet Union 66 with Lev Yashin. Chad, I think I won. Like, I might be 1 or 2 players away from just winning this. Like, Lev Yashin in goal? Are you serious? Brazil 02, give me Ronaldo. Oh, and now look at that striker pair. Absolute aura, absolute cinema. Ooh, Colombia 2018. Can I pick James again? No, I cannot. Ooh. I mean, you know what? I'm taking Jerry Mina at center back. That should be good. Ooh, Poland 74. So I cannot go for Gregor Slato, sadly. Was Casemir Dana good in 74? I feel like he picked a bit later. I'm gonna go for Dana as one of my CMs, and he is also very versatile, so that could help. Netherlands 94. I mean, I cannot go for Dennis Bergkamp or something like that. Rijkaard is a good option. Ooh, Rijkaard is really good. But I feel like Ronald Koeman may be better. I'm gonna go for Koeman. Bulgaria 1970? No, I don't know these players. So I'm gonna go for another team. I'm using my reroll here. England 1970. I cannot go for Bobby Charlton. So I guess we're going for Bobby Moore as my final center back. All right, we need midfielders. England 2018. I can go for Trent. I can go for Trippier too. Oof. I'm taking Henderson. I'm taking Henderson, Chad. I'm taking Jordan. Legendary Barca manager. I could eat soon again. Ooh, Brazil 82. Can I take Zico? No, I cannot take Zico. No, and I cannot move James away from the left wing. No. All right, Socrates is really good, though. Socrates is really good. All right, right midfielder. Ghana 2010. I mean, it has to be Boateng. Chad, I cooked. Look at this. Okay, Henderson was a bit of a stinker. Apparently, Boateng was a stinker too. But look at Lev Yashin. Jerry Mina, not the best center back. Maybe I could have taken a better center back than that. But this team is stacked. I think I won. Chad. This team has World Cup winning potential, in my opinion. All right. Let's simulate this. Reveal first match. Italy 1954. We should win that. Like 100%. That should be an easy win. R9. No, how we conceded an equalizer? Boateng! They were roasting him. They were roasting him with the scoreboard. I knew he was gonna come up clutch. Easy 3 points to kick off the campaign. Easy 3 points. For those who doubted. Belgium 2026, those guys are washed. Easy R9 goal once again. Even Henderson gets on the score sheet. My gaze. Okay, we concede to the Catalar. 5-1 against Belgium. England 1958. Okay, this could be a challenge, but I feel like we should win this too. Oh, James Rodriguez and Stoichkov to give us a 2-0 lead at the break. Casimir's Dana as well. It's 3-0 already, and that's gonna be it. Perfect group stage. So easy. So easy. I'm telling you, this team has World Cup winning potential. Northern Ireland from 1958. This should be a win in the round of 16. First elimination game. Stoichkov opens the score. Come on, let's try to get a second. Vamos. Vamos, James. Oh, we concede to Homer Simpson, but we keep the lead 2-1 over Northern Ireland and we move to the quarterfinals. Brazil 1958. No. Oh, this could be tough. Pele's first World Cup in the quarters this early. What kind of draw is this? Stoichkov gives us the lead. Stoichkov gives us the lead. Bellini with the equalizer. No. Oh, and the road ends in the quarterfinals. How did we get Brazil 1958 as early as the quarterfinals? We got robbed. I'm sorry, we got robbed. I'm playing one more. Oh, I did that wrong. All right, hold on. Let me just. All right, going for one more. Argentina 2002. Ooh. Do it. I have to take Batistuta. Like, I'm sorry, I have to. Brazil 1990. Was Romario as good this World Cup? I feel like Careca is probably better, but I don't want to waste my strikers like that. I'm taking Dunga. I don't want to waste my strikers that early. Spain 86. All right, we're wasting the strikers early for Butragueño. That is the best you could get from that. France 58, 54. I mean, I'm taking another France. I'm taking France from another one. There we go. Give me Zidane. Easy. Oh, I mean, infinite options here. I could take Casillas. I feel like I want to secure a goalkeeper. Give me Casillas 2010. Argentina 74. I'm taking Babington, right midfielder. France 02. Okay, we're going for Thuram at center back. France 78. How many French players am I going to have? I'm going for Tresor. Portugal 06. Can I take Cristiano? No! Oh, wait. The second half is about to start. Shoot. Give me Deco. 2 more players I need. Really? Italy 66. This has been like one of the worst performances by Italy. Salvador is probably the most Italian name you can think of. All right, left midfielder. Really? Bossesure? It has to be Bossesure. Well, I feel like this team didn't cook us our. Maybe you can do this. Let's go for ultra fast. Easy win over Austria 78. Uruguay 86. Could be a tough game. No, it's not. 4-0. Vamos. Denmark 98 with the Laudrup brothers. No problem. 3-0. Haven't even conceded a goal. Easy group stage. Sweden 1950 in the round 16. Oh my god. We smashed them. 4-0 again. 4-0 again. England 1962. 2-1. 3-1. We're in the semifinals. A goal by Batistuta there at the end. England 1970. The second English team we're facing. And a goal by Styles in the 87th minute. Means we're out. We got robbed once again. They're always robbing us. They don't want us to win. What a shame. I felt like, especially the first one, was a team that should have won that World Cup. It was better than Switzerland, Colombia, Yukosaurus. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. At least France had chances in this one. Let's see what Morocco bring for the second half. They're still in the tunnel somehow. Hakimi giving indications on what to do. The best thing of that first half for Morocco is that they didn't concede somehow. With Bono saving that pen. Ready to gonna say Mbappé missed the pen on purpose? How? Why? The dictator me going too deep. It's actually dulce de leche on this kind of like cake thingy that I make. Never underestimate the hype, man. I just don't understand what the logic is. Although I guess that there is no logic. But what the thought process is. Alright. Can Morocco do something different? Or will France continue to dominate? Can you imagine Mbappé as FIFA president? Oh my god. Do you know any North Korean footballers? Their best performance was in 1966 when they lost uh, from 3-0 up in the quarterfinals. Yes, they lost. They were leading 3-0 against Portugal in the quarterfinals. It was already a shock that they eliminated Italy in the group stage. And as we go underway here for the second half between France and Morocco. And yeah, they were 3-0 up in the quarterfinals against Portugal. And then Eusebio scored 4 goals to come back 5-3. But no, I do not know any of the players. Let me go look for something actually. I still have this with me from when I was 7. The 2010 World Cup album. You can see it even has. I'm doxing my name, but you already know that I'm Santiago. And it had like what my school was to like recognize it. And over here should be the North Korea national team, which here it was the last time in which they actually played at a World Cup, and here it is. It's complete. I completed this team. I did not actually complete this album. I was 26 stickers short, but I did complete North Korea at least. Um, and all of these apparently play in the local league. I mean, obviously, except for Young Sai Se, who played for Kawasaki Frontale in Japan, and Hong Yong Jo, who played for Rostov in Russia. Also, Ang Yon Hak played in Omoyima Ardilla in Japan. Everybody else plays in clubs or played in clubs in North Korea. So yeah, no, but I did not know any of these. The saddest part is that oh, and here comes Morocco though. That is a good ball for Brahim, Brahim with the cross in for Hakim. Nope, that's not gonna fly. Let's see. Can Talbi make something happen against Kunde? Talbi in the one-on-one with Kunde. Passes it over to Onahi. Onahi inside the box. Onahi gets his possessed. No, he keeps possession. Brahim with the shot gets blocked. Okay, that was something from Morocco. The saddest part, like the national team where I have the least stickers, is actually Argentina. Like Argentina, I'm missing four whole stickers, which are Sergio Romero, Heinze, Walter Samuel, and Gonzalo Higuain. At least I had Messi, which is over there. At least I have Messi, but everybody else, like I'm missing four whole stickers in Argentina, which is one of my most major frustrations. Not only not being able to complete this album, but also not kind of not even being close to completing Argentina. But yeah, one of my first footballing memories, the 2010 World Cup. And on your question, Coke Zero, my favorite World Cup, even including 2022. Obviously, 2022 has my happiest memory, which is winning the World Cup. But as a whole, my favorite World Cup was 2014. Brazil 2014, the vibes of that tournament will never be matched, in my opinion. At least not until we play a World Cup in an actual football crazy country again. And we had Mexico, and we saw that the best atmosphere and the best vibes were whenever there was a game at the Azteca. Besides that, like the World Cup vibes have been pretty dull. Um, I think that the whole atmosphere and the whole storylines and the games that we saw at Brazil 2014 will never be matched. I love that World Cup. You hear Fox keep the talking the penalty delay and the delay Morocco coming back in the field. It's obvious they want France to go through for ratings. Ay, ay, ay. Least favorite, I think it was the 2010 World Cup. Honestly, the the Jabulani thingy, the Bubucelas, like those kind of things. I was very young at that point to understand, so like I enjoyed my first World Cup like a lot. But looking back on it, the football wasn't that good. The vibes, it being the first cup in Africa was very cool, but I didn't like the Bubucelas. Like every time I try to watch highlights of the 2010 World Cup, I just have that noise buzzing in my ears, and the ball kind of messed with a lot of plays, messed with the teams. So yeah, I think that 2010 would be so far my least favorite World Cup. We like soccer here in America too. I don't doubt some people do. Some people definitely do. All right, Kone gets dispossessed, and it seems like we're seeing a different attitude from Morocco the second half. Whatever Hakimi and Ouabi said in at halftime did help the team. Ooh, tackle from Olise, but Morocco gives the ball. All right, Talbi now. The one-on-one against Kunde once again. And that's gonna be corner. I don't know why Upamecano was covering that because it was so obvious that it touched on Kunde. So that's gonna be a corner for Morocco now. Let's see if they can actually take a good set piece now. All right, Hakimi and Brahim at the corner. They're gonna play it short. Back to Hakimi. Hakimi, put a good cross in for your life. He's gonna play to Unahi instead. Unahi, good on the 1v1. That cross is getting to nobody. Why is Morocco overcomplicating all of the set pieces? I swear, man, just put in the cross. You're not gonna get that many chances. At least try to put it on target. Force Magnan to... Alright, Dembele on the left. Up against Saleidani. Ooh, good from Masraoui to clear that away. That was a nice attempt of a through ball for Olise. And now Morocco on the counter attack with Talbi. Does Talbi win the 1v1 against Upamecano? No, he does not. But that's still going to be a throw in for Morocco. Unlike the first half, now when Morocco recover the ball, they can actually push forward on the wings and the counter attack and try to hit France on the break. We could see Morocco using the tactic to avoid, well, to delay the throw-in, because the ref doesn't start counting up until you grab the ball. So you kind of have a player pretend that he's gonna grab the ball, and then at the last minute he doesn't. And so Tesho never starts counting until the one who really makes the throw-in. That's why I say, like, you need to just stop the clock when the ball is out of play, because you add all of these rules to try and stop time wasting, and people still have ways to find loops around them. And they're still gonna waste time. And here comes Mbappe. Now for Due. Due with the shot saved by Bono. I do remember Paul the Octopus in 2010. I remember being mad at him because this was like 2010 was very early in the internet, right? Like YouTube was a thing, but people were still trying to figure out what to do with it besides, you know, just posting videos from their family or something. Um, and Facebook was also a thing, but kind of similar. Like people just posted like about themselves. It wasn't still used much as a news outlet. Oh, that's a great play from Mbappe. Ooh, and Mbappe skies it over the crossbar. What an amazing play from Olise. He manages to make the run in between the Morocco center backs and put in a through ball for Mbappe. Mbappe was offside anyway. He was offside anyway. But what an amazing play from Olise. The two touch. Mbappe was offside and then he skies it. Even if that had gone in, it would have been disallowed. But yeah, I remember because we saw Paul the Octopus like on Facebook or something, and we saw that he was getting the predictions for the games right. As once again, France coming to the attack. Due. And when he started getting predictions right, we thought it was funny or whatever. And then he predicted Germany to beat Argentina, and I was mad at him because then we lost to Germany. We got thrashed 4-0. And like I blame the octopus. I remember there was a rumor that after Spain won the World Cup, they ate the octopus, which was fake because obviously the octopus was from Germany, so like it was never in South Africa. But I remember, like after Spain won the World Cup, one of the rumors that spread around like Facebook or something was like Spain ate the octopus. It's like I was like, what the fuck? And our cross comes into the box. That's gonna be very wide, and it's gonna be a goal kick for Morocco. Who is the best World Cup champion football-wise? Don't be biased. Um, So here's the thing. I've never seen a World Cup champion team play the way that Argentina played. Like, Argentina made France look like San Marino for 70 minutes in that final. Like, it was kind of insane. I cannot really say that Argentina were the best World Cup champions because we had to go through two penalty shootouts because we made some defensive blunders at the end. I would say that uh, Germany 2014 was probably the most convincing run that I have seen. And even then, in the final, I think that Argentina played better than Germany and we created more chances. We just wasted them. And the officiating was also a bit sus. But like, from a pure dominating and footballing perspective, I think that Germany 2014 may have been the one who played the best football as a team and kept it consistent. But like the peaks that Argentina hit in 2022, I have never seen it. Like I'm telling you, France looked like San Marino for 70 minutes in that final. Argentina was playing on a whole different level. And then we kind of just crumbled in the end, but we managed to win it by suffering. Yeah, Morocco 0.06 xg against 2 from France. Morocco hasn't created anything, but they have looked better this second half, believe it or not. Morocco wins it. Actually, Rabiot wins it, excuse me. That was like totally the opposite of what I wanted to say. Oh, Mbappé, what a shot and what a goal. What a goal for Mbappé. He redeems himself after missing the penalty. He puts France in the lead and has reached 8 goals this World Cup, equaling Messi's tally. Everybody's complaining to the ref. The Moroccan players are saying that something happened at the start of the play that VAR should have a look at. I'm sure they're taking a look at it, but until we don't see a replay, I'm not really sure what they're asking. What I can say now is what an amazing strike from Mbappe. Alright, this camera is like way too off to try and figure out what happened, but Mbappe receives the ball after a messy play where the ball is just bouncing around. He goes up against Issa Diop, and that shot is just spectacular. He cuts inside, finds space around Issa Diop to place a shot on the far post of Bono, and no matter how much he tries to dive to catch that ball, he's never getting to it. Hits the side netting on the inside, and France are 1-0 up. That is an outstanding goal by Mbappe. Incredible stuff. This World Cup is crazy. And the goal is confirmed. Check over, goal stands. Goal stands. After the VAR check, nothing to be done. And 2 substitutions are gonna come in. Amrabat is gonna replace Boadi, I believe. And Rahimi comes in for El Canous. And let's see, Amrabat, another defensive midfielder, a bit more grit, a bit more physicality in that midfield. And Rahimi, another striker, but like El Canous kind of did nothing. Like, I cannot hate on that. Yeah, sick goal. Amazing goal by Mbappe. Yuko I agree. He stepped up once again. We never got a replay at whatever Morocco was trying to protest, but VAR saying that it's nothing, and so the goal stands. I don't know if it was a foul or a handball that they were appealing on the start of the play, but the goal stands. And the golden boot, yep, is tied again. Although Mbappe has played one more game. I did rewatch the final. I rewatched the highlights a lot of times, but I rewatched the whole game once. And yeah, the Higuain miss was crazy. The Palacio miss was crazy in extra time. Messi had a chance that went just wide of the post. There was the penalty appeal on Higuain. There was, Higuain, before the crazy miss, scores an offside goal. Um, Lavesi was cooking in the first half, and Sabella decided to sub him out for Agüero at halftime. I think that, that is a bad challenge from Issa Diop on Mbappé, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the game. Um, so yeah, I truly think that Argentina played better than Germany in that 2014 final. Even though Germany was the best team at that World Cup, Argentina played better in the final. And yeah, there were a few controversial calls like that Mertesacker challenge on Zabaleta, which should have been a red, and the Neuer slamming into Higuain inside the box. I think it's a 50-50 call. It's in a gray area, but I feel like some referees give that as a penalty these days. And there is an argument in the rules of the game for excessive force to give a penalty in that situation. What I don't understand is why he gave a foul to Germany in that chance. If Angel Di Maria played, Argentina wins the final, maybe, especially with Di Maria's record in finals. Too bad that he got injured in the quarterfinals against Belgium. And yeah, he wasn't 100% fit for that game. He even received a letter from Real Madrid, like asking him not to play, and he read that letter to shreds. But Sabella decided to not play him because he was not 100% fit. A true shame. Di Maria could have made the difference that time around. But Lavesi was cooking, Messi was cooking, it just wasn't enough in the end. Olise, ball back to Kone, and now Dembele. Olise once again with the turn. How dare you input his head in Neuer's knee, exactly. That is the argument that most people make, that Neuer got the ball. And that is fair. Like, Neuer getting the ball is definitely a good argument for it not being a penalty. The thing is, like, you're not allowed to, like, kick the ball, for example, and then put your studs on somebody's chest, for example. Like, that would still be a foul even if you got the ball first. So that is where... Oh, what a shot! And it's in. It's in for Dembele, and it's 2-0. Bono gets a touch of it, but it doesn't manage to deflect it enough. Dembele makes the run, gets to the edge of the box, fires a shot. Bono gets a touch to it, but it still slides into the bottom corner, and Dembele doubles the lead for France. 2-0. And now it's looking really dire for Morocco, who have created absolutely nothing this game so far. Morocco have been nowhere. Amrabat looks shook, and I think that Amrabat got kind of cooked there. The midfield got overrun so easily. So easy for France. From a throw-in. One simple touch kicks the play off, and suddenly Dembele has a lot of space to run at the back line. And as soon as he gets to the edge of the box, he fires the shot. Like I mentioned, Bono gets a touch, but it's not enough to deflect the ball away. And it's 2-0. It's been disappointing, yeah. I wouldn't say that, Mr. Krabs. I think that Spain has a chance against France. I believe that Spain's midfield will not be as weak as Morocco's midfield has been so far. I mean, memes are the memes themselves are funny. Coke Zero. The memes themselves are funny. What's not funny is like the narrative being built around those two players. The narrative is not funny because it's simply not true that Mbappe is a dictator, and it's simply not true that Messi is in a conspiracy with Infantino. The memes are funny. The problem is that people use those memes to then fit into an agenda and serve it as reality. Yeah, France is just too strong, Mr. Krabs. It seems. Though, Yukosaurus, do you imagine Dembele winning back-to-back Ballon d'Ors? The thing is, the one carrying this team has been uh, Mbappe. So why not have Mbappe Ballon d'Or shouts at this point? Oh, the Paraguayan senator has already shouted like, "Fuck that bitch." I still like, I still don't want France to win. What can I say? Yeah, I feel like Spain should be able to control the midfield if they are in their A game. That being said, like Pedri has been disappointing. Rodri has not been playing as well as I think he could. Man, I hope so, SSB. Can you imagine she wins? Like, that's gonna look really bad on the Paraguayan people if she wins again. It's crazy because now, because it's Paraguay, everybody's going at the senator. If if that senator was from Argentina, everybody would be talking about how it's a racism culture from the country, right? Everybody would be going at Argentina the way they are doing it because of some fans in the stands. I don't understand like the like I understand it because it's impossible to deny the times where racist incidents have occurred involving Argentinians, but like, and it's impossible to deny that there's racism in Argentina, but like, I don't understand the narrative of Argentina being a racist country where you cannot live if you're a black person, and that somehow we are more racist than other countries. What is it already on Reddit, Yugosaurus? Kone out, yeah. Sarah Marie actually getting minutes, which is something that I know that a lot of people were asking for Sarah Marie to get more minutes in this France team. I mean, Chouameni has just not been it, SSB. Chouameni has been out of it for a bit. And I mean, Morocco still has a chance in this game, but for that, they need to actually create some goal scoring opportunities because if they don't, I mean, it's just over. Let's see how much urgency Morocco can put into this situation. Good play from Hakimi there to escape from Du Express. Hakimi running forward, progressing the ball over to Brahim Diaz, and wins a throw in. Did you see Mandami said Egypt got yeah, I did. He gave like he was giving a speech about like fast buses, and I don't know. You know what Mandamni was saying? Um, like I'm not even from New York. I'm not even from America. I don't even live like anywhere near. And I like Mandami as a politician. You know what Mandami was doing? Mandami was forming a clip. Mandami was literally clip farming. He knew that if he said that, it was gonna go viral. And we know that Mandami is actually he actually likes football. He's a football fan. I believe he supports Arsenal. Um, and yeah, he did say that Egypt got robbed. And listen, I already said it in my video and I said it in my live stream as well. I think that Argentina got favored against Egypt. Ooh, that is a poor clearance by Upamecano. He almost scored an own goal. Poor poor clearance from Upamecano after the crossing by Talvi, and he almost scores an own goal. And that's going to be a corner for Morocco. All right, Morocco, if you want your chance, you need to score from this corner. Daily Upa mistake. All right, Hakimi, we need a good cross. That is a poor cross again. Hakimi has put on awful crosses this entire time. And that's a throwing for France. Like, how can you put in so many bad crosses in one single game? Yeah, final African team going home. And now the only non European team will be Argentina. As we see Yassin from the U20s hitting the pitch for Morocco. Saladin being subbed out. Also, Brahim Diaz subbed out for El Wadi. Hello, Eshan. Thank you so much for joining. It looks like it's over. It looked like it's over, not because there's no more time left. Like there's still time for Morocco to mount a comeback, but Morocco has just not looked threatening whatsoever this entire game. Calma, SSB. Argentina are still in it. Argentina are still in it. While we're still in it, you cannot count us out. I think you auto filter my message, but Coke Zero brought it up how Argentina's passed. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. At least they didn't lose at the 85th minute like the rest of AFCON. This looks worse, honestly. This is just worse. They are not even giving us hope. Oh yeah, YouTube blocks certain messages. I did notice that. I mean, France just defending in a low block and Morocco are passing it sideways because they have absolutely no midfield. Somebody's on the ground for France. Who is it? It's Mbappe. What happened to Mbappe? Mateta is gonna get subbed in. Is Mbappe injured? Well, we'll have to. I mean, Mbappe is getting subbed out 100% because Mateta is already coming in. But if Mbappe is injured, this could have massive ramifications. I mean, he's walking out of the pitch himself. It doesn't seem like it's anything bad. It's just a knock, apparently. Apparently, it's just a knock. Apparently, he's fine. But and he seems in good spirits too. He's just high-fiving Dembele. Now he's waving at the crowd. Like he seems to be fine. There goes the sub for Mateta, and in comes Barcola as well for Due. Yeah, he walks out of the pitch himself. He seems fine. But imagine if Mbappe got injured, that could have massive implications for the rest of the World Cup. France going into a semi-final game against either Belgium or Spain. But it seems like it's fine. SSB, national team football is not about the world class players. It's not. You have to be good as a team. France is amazing not only because they have the world class players, but also because they play as a team. And Morocco plays like a team. Exactly, Cox Zero. Like, what was Paraguay supposed to do? Oh, and now Barcola running into space, puts in a cross, cleared away. Barcola's decision making could have been better there. That could have been 3-0 for France if they finished that chance better. I guess because not as many people watch the Spain Uruguay game. Rahimi inside the box tries to play backwards. All right, and France recover the ball again. And look at Barcola now making a run. It's a 4-on-5. Olise back to Barcola. And Barcola gonna go all the way, puts in a cross, takes a deflection, and that's gonna be a corner, I think. They literally had to cheat the current Afghan title. Ah, my days. I mean, it was definitely controversial how they ended up getting handed the Afghan trophy. I agree with that. But after what we saw at this World Cup, I think that it's impossible to deny that Morocco is the best team in Africa. We've seen a cross for Mateta, cleared away by the defense and caught by Bono. Having a reference striker like, yes, having Olise, Mbappé, Dembele, Due, Barcola, Cherki, like all of these players, incredible. But sometimes, like having a target man inside the box is just as amazing. A player that may not be very good technically, but who can win the ball through his physicality and just score his chances. All right, 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Morocco needs to find something now. Upamecano once again with a bit of a sus clearance, but it's gonna go out for a throw in for Morocco. All right, this Ocean, that's gonna be a foul. Free kick to Morocco. They need to put this inside the box. Right, like Morocco struggles against the physical teams, basically. They just kind of get bullied off the ball. All right, Hakimi with the cross. Oh, on the near post, and then gets cleared away by the French defense. Morocco keeps possession though, and Rabat playing wide for Hakimi again. Hakimi cuts inside. He's gonna find a teammate. Unahi. And yeah, it's not gonna allow the play to continue. Goes back to the foul on Hakimi. Congrats to France. You know what you're doing, Albert. You know what you're doing. Is Hakimi gonna go for goal from there? I feel like he could. I feel like what's he setting up to do? Oh, he plays it short for Unahi instead. Unahi with the shot. Saved by Magnan. That's the same technique they used against Canada. Hakimi on short for Unahi. Unahi shoots on target from the edge of the box, cleared by Magnan. And here comes Unahi once again. Did it touch Olise? Yeah, it did. It's going to be a corner for Morocco. Putting some pressure at the end. I feel like Morocco kind of realized too late that they actually have to pressure France to create opportunities. Morocco remembering too late to actually play football. Right, Rahimi and Issa Diop are basically right next to Magnan. These are the dark cards of the corner kick. Here comes the cross in from. Oh, and that's a goal! No! Oh no, it hit the side netting. I thought that went in. After the cross from Hakimi, somebody heads it on the near post. I thought that had gone in, but no, it hits the side netting. Oh, that was so close for Morocco. Wait, we actually have to take the game to France? Duh. Calvi subbed out for Sbai. I think Morocco forgot that they needed to attack and only remembered in the final like 10 minutes. And it's unfortunate because Morocco was actually defending well, but the two times they get caught in transition with Mbappe and Dembele running into space is when they concede. And like that, they had also conceded a penalty. So, like, when they are defending as a team, Morocco defended well, but when they had to defend 1v1, they got absolutely cooked by France's star power. There's nothing more to that. Spy is gonna put in a cross, caught by Magnan. Oh my god, the Argentine refs are rigging it for France. Of course, because it was in Infantino's best interest that the African team went out. And if he wants to rig it for Messi, honestly, what he needs to do is have another Argentina France final. It's genius. I agree. 22 France Morocco was better than this. I felt like Morocco was probably gonna lose, but I feel like they would have put up a better performance than this. Like this was just not it by Morocco. They got cooked in every duel as another substitution comes in. Koundé South, and in comes the number 2, which is Malogusto. Yeah, I saw that. They were talking that Kwanzaa got a 2-game suspension, so he's gonna be suspended if England and Argentina meet in the semifinal, which is like, come on, man. Like, can we catch a break? That was a horrible tackle from Kwanzaa. I think it should have been a 1-game suspension. Like, him being suspended for the quarters was already enough punishment. But, like, what are we doing? Like, it's not Bellingham or Kane getting suspended. It's fucking Kwanzaa. Oh, a save from Bono again on that shot from Barcola. Morocco, obviously because they're pushing forward, exposed at the back once again. And Rabat touched the ball a couple of times, but like, reparations for England colonizing America. Olise has been unbelievable. Co 0. Mbappe has ice on his ankle, but I think it's just a knock. Like I don't think it's an injury of any kind. Oh, Mateta winning in the air, but it goes over the crossbar. Okay, now Amrabat is touching the ball there for SSB because Morocco are playing out from the back. And I mean, I don't know how much stoppage time we're gonna get. Honestly, I wouldn't expect much because I think that play has barely even stopped during the second half. So I wouldn't expect much stoppage time. Matt, thank you so much for joining. Burn and Stones were the wall against Mexico that Donald has been. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, but England's defending was quality in that second half against Mexico. Very very nice win for England. And now they have a massive test ahead of themselves against Norway. Rank, which player is going to get a big move after this tournament? Um, I feel like players from Norway are very likely to get a big money move. Somebody like Nyland or Patrick Berg. If not, like I don't know, people might start eyeing Julian Quiñones from Mexico, but maybe they don't have enough money to take him out of Saudi. The guy from Colombia, who is the guy from Colombia? Puerta is the only guy that I can think about. Spence was very bad for England against DR Congo, but he had a decent cameo against Mexico when he came on to defend. 6 minutes of stoppage time, barely anything. Like, and that's kind of what I expected. Like, there hasn't been much time wasting the second half. That very young midfield maestro Modric. Now, for real, if Bosinia wasn't 40, he would have gotten a big money move because he's a free agent. I feel like somebody is gonna sign Bosinia like for a marketing purpose. One more time from Daft Punk as the goal music. Yeah, Puerta was the Colombia guy that I was thinking about. I don't think the Pompon Ninjas are returning for season 7. Like we said that Absolute was not competing again, right? Well, he tries to put in a cross, cleared away, and that's gonna be another corner for Morocco. And I mean, if they want to make something happen to at least add a bit more suspense to the game, they need to score now. At first, I thought that Daft Punk were Swedish. I found out like a few years ago when I got more into their music that they were French. Yassin scores it into the middle, cleared away. Bosinia to Inter Miami would be insane, and you see that is clear cut a publicity stunt. Like that is a marketing move because like the guy is 40, he's an amazing goalkeeper, but he's 40. Like no serious club would take him in. To my knowledge, Absolute only joins if Ayush is playing too. Well, and Ayush retired, so like that isn't happening. I don't know. Like I personally don't like Simeone because of my own reasons, but I don't think the Argentine people in general hate Simeone. There's people who, like me, dislike the way that he sets up tactically with Atleti. Um, Other for his mentality. Others, well, also because he was from River Plate, so like the Boca fans also dislike him, obviously, like myself. Um, but the fact that I'm not the biggest fan of Simeone doesn't mean that I don't like him, and I don't think most people in Argentina dislike him either. Well, so much for the people complaining about having an Argentinian referee in this game. Mateta, is he gonna score a third? Bono with the save. Bono with the save on Mateta. France were closer to scoring a third than Morocco were to getting a consolation goal. Although here comes Rahimi dispossessed. It's kind of crazy how Sammy banned me from or disqualified me from the prediction tournament. Like, I found it kind of funny. I was doing very poorly anyway. I'm getting this prediction correct though, as well. I think that if I was still competing in Sammy's tournament, I would have made a comeback because my run of 16 and quarterfinal predictions so far have been pretty on point. Um, and also, I had Switzerland in the quarterfinals, which I think most people didn't. So that would have given me some massive points. And if Argentina end up winning the World Cup, I think that I would have straight up won the entire thing. Um, but yeah, Argentina winning it, to some it may seem like a stretch. Like, to me, we're three games away. So like, I don't know. We may struggle, but if we keep winning, we can make it happen. We need to play better against Switzerland, though. We're gonna be doing that watch along here um, on Saturday night. Anshu, I read today that apparently Tagliafico, Paredes, and Julian Alvarez are staying in the starting 11. If that's the case, I think that Scaloni is either repeating the 11 or at most he's making changes to the midfield or back line. I think it's likely that. Actually, I don't think it's likely, but there's a possibility that Otamendi comes in for Lisandro Martinez to try and win a bit more in the air. But I think the normal thing would be to keep Cristian Romero and Lisandro Martinez as the two center backs. Um, and I would like to see him experiment with the midfield because, like, McAllister and Enzo have been out of it, in my opinion. As the ref blows the whistle, Tesho, the Argentinian referee that so many people complained about, with a marvelous refereeing performance, says that France has beaten Morocco 2-0 and France are moving to the semifinals for the third time in a row. This was it for Morocco and this was it for CAF. No more African sides at the World Cup. Morocco can still be proud that they were the best team in Africa and that they made it this far, but once again they fall short to the French. They simply were not good enough today. And France's individual quality takes them through, and now they'll be playing against either Spain or Belgium, the two of them playing tomorrow. And this guarantees a European team in the final from that side of the bracket. No way Infantino survives after this World Cup. He's gonna stay in. Infantino is gonna be FIFA president until he dies. Because you know what, Blatter was only kicked out because the FBI decided to investigate to get USA into soccer, into football. Like, do you think that the FBI investigated FIFA because they thought it was the right thing to do? Like, when has the FBI done things because it was the right thing to do? The FBI did that because they had their own interests, which was getting the US more involved in FIFA. And since then, look, they hosted the World Cup, they hosted the Club World Cup. More and more resources are going to the US, and Infantino was set up, and he's having a buddy relationship with Trump. Like, FIFA Gate only happened because the FBI and the US government wanted to get more involved in football. So in that regard, like, while Infantino has a good relationship with the US, the FBI is not going to investigate FIFA for corruption again. So Infantino gets to do whatever he wants, and as long as he can keep uh, the other countries happy, which he has done with the tournament expansion and whatnot, allowing more teams to actually qualify to the World Cup, he's gonna get the votes and he's gonna stay in for forever. So like, that is a crazy conspiracy on Maca though. Infantino is never going to jail, SSB. It is Argentina versus Europe now. 6 European teams alive and Argentina. We need to beat Switzerland. That's the first test. And it's gonna be a difficult one. Argentina has to play better. Yeah, and Morocco, the next time they're at the World Cup, they're gonna host it. So a lot of hope for Morocco. Let's see if they can continue building on this foundation, because they are the best team in Africa. They have some amazing footballers, a lot of young talent coming through, and I feel like Morocco has a chance to make a deep run at the Round World Cup in 2030. Yep, Spain still yet to concede a goal. Let's see if Belgium can change that tomorrow. We'll be live as well for that watch along, so make sure to tune in for that. Wasted Bananas, thank you so much for joining, by the way. I think Mansambi is not going to be playing. I think Mansambi is still out for Argentina's game, which is obviously a massive hit for Switzerland's attack. Like, he was their best attacker this tournament. So, yeah, a massive shame for Switzerland that Mansambi apparently is out. No, Rudy Garcia is French. Rudy Garcia is French. He kind of I also thought he was Spanish. He has a Spanish name, but he's French. Well, France move on to the semifinals, and deservedly so. Like, they were by far the better team today. They should have taken the lead with that penalty, which was 100% a penalty. Mbappe, poor execution. Bono with the save. But in the second half, he makes the difference. Once Mbappe was allowed to run into space, Morocco did well defending as a team, like I said, but once it was defending one-on-one, the star talent on France showed up. If you give those guys space to run in at the back line, they're gonna cause trouble. Mbappe did just that. Dembele did just that, and they managed to um, win 2-0. Very easy. Morocco basically created nothing. Magnan had to make like one save, I think. So like, nothing to discuss. Nothing to discuss. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining. The World Cup is coming to an end. We only have 7 games left, and we're gonna be live tomorrow for Spain against Belgium to find out who's gonna play against France in the semifinals. Remember to like and subscribe, leave your comments and whatever, all that good stuff. Remember to check out the videos in the channel, which I also have been posting for this World Cup. Um, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for the support on all of the live streams. I appreciate you, all of you, like SSB, Mads, Wasted Bananas, Patrick, Albert, um, Anshu, Yukosaurus, everybody. Everybody who tunes in. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Coke Zero, obviously. Thank you for the support. Anyway, I'll I'll sign off for today, but I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow and obviously on Saturday for the big one, Argentina against Switzerland, for a spot in the semifinals. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.